Hey beauties, good evening to you, beautiful people. So I saw the Prime Minister speaking at some sort of a conference. I don't know, or town hall meeting. I don't know. It seems like a conference that he was speaking at in fairly recent time. It seems as the same one that I saw Anne Marie Vaz speaking, and Minister Warmington that I saw last evening. I don't know when it was held. But he was basically saying, like and obviously I have to paraphrase, I'm not going to quote him verbatim, but he's saying that the other side is just basically running on a wild goose chase. They're running as though they're in government already and behaving like they're in government. And, it's just a farce, it's just a folly because in other words, he knows that he will be going back in, on the basis of what he has done. He says that this administration, I don't know if he said this administration or the JLP party, has been the better of the two parties since independence. And I don't know what to do more than laugh. Beautiful people, me not go cry. We may go to work up myself and set up my pressure, and that he realizes that the people have been complaining that they don't have no money, they don't have no water, they don't have the amenities that are needed, water, hose, land. He knows all of them, and what they're doing, they're going to do, revamp the party, because yesterday Admiral Vaz, or whichever day it was saying the party is divided. Basically, they're having some squabbles that they have to fix. So they're basically going to try and, on the basis of what the Prime Minister says, unite everybody together and listen to what the people have to say, and put it together, write a report, and see how best they can address the issues. I remember, was it this year? I think it was, during the sitting House of Representatives, the Prime Minister says that he listens to the people, he sees the posts, and so on. I'm laughing, but it's not a laugh like I'm getting a joke. It's a laugh that matters. What am I going to do? As I said, cry and get irate, incensed? It's not going to prove anything. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Sometimes you just have to employ soft skills. So let me try that now. I pretty much thought I was doing that before, but let me be cognizant and be very intentional and deliberate. Dearest Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the people but I'm using the word, I may be at my wit's end, in terms of what words to say. They really, really just want a very good salary. Very good salary. Remember, I said years ago, somebody from your administration, long before we even dreamed of COVID, stated that people who are earning, when you work it out, it would be about $500,000 per month. I can't tell if it meant gross or net. They're barely scraping. So what would you consider the people who are in today's date, earning less than 500,000 if they're barely scraping? People with masters and PhDs earning under that $500,000. Explain that to me. And these are competent individuals. For you to be able to go to the master's level, you have to be very competent. For you to go to the PhD level, you have to be more than competent. It doesn't matter what subject your PhD or your master's is in. You're at a higher level. We're talking now in terms of your emotional intelligence and your intelligence quotient, your knowledge and your wisdom and your understanding of whatever it is that you're studying, which you can apply to different areas in life by using the laws of induction or deduction. And they're still earning very low salaries. They can't afford most of these houses that we are seeing being built for maybe the base is $30 million for a 2 or so bedroom. They're not necessarily big enough. A lot of them are being built, and the average Jamaican, I'm a born bred Jamaican, I never lived nowhere else, I never worked nowhere else. And I don't want to speak things over my life. At present, I may not be able to, get that particular house with the salary that I earn. And I know that I don't earn on the basis of my own merit in terms of my own educational attainment, my skills, my competencies at the master's level. And it's a good master's I did too. Very good one. And yet I cannot fathom, what more to say on the basis of that. We want good salaries. Of public sector workers want good salaries. We want good benefits. Whatever monies are owed to us, we want to get it. We want to be able to buy a decent home and a decent car without having to be struggling. We want to go to the supermarkets, a decent one, and be able to pick up some items without putting back anything. And we're not going overboard. We're not trying to live above our means. At the same time, we don't want to live below par. I'm not talking about below your means. I'm talking about below par, meaning almost, almost indigent, almost like you're a scavenger waiting for something dead before you can eat it. So the people, you need to do something with it, especially the civil servants. You need to speak with the Ministry of Finance and tell them to contact the president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association. She needs not just a conversation, but things need to be done. And they can be done ASAP, because when you guys were getting your 100%, 200%, 300%, it came the same month that you had made the speech. The month end didn't arrive yet, and it was basically almost immediately. It was imminent. It was right on the cusp, So address those things. The local government personally to address communities in terms of the roads. The Spark program says that they're going to be doing some rehabilitation. Ensure that it is done. Ensure that more people have water in their pipes. One of the things I cannot understand with a leader, if you can make even the people who don't like you, we're not talking about your leadership right now, just like you as a person. I don't hate you. I don't even dislike you. I may not appreciate how you have handled some things, So I'm not like the people who they have their personal grosses where you're concerned for whatever reason. I just don't like how some things are handled, especially with the Jamaica Civil Service. Civil servants are concerned, the civil servants, even the public sector workers in general, and some of the private sector workers. If you can make the people who don't like you say one thing, you might not like him and I'm seeing this, that, but one thing, he does his work. He does his work. I remember they were showing something with Mama P or somebody. I'm a liberate that loves Mama P. They were showing how she's very feisty. And how she used to say some of the things, and I laughed in her laugh, and I said, boy, I tell you, life, it really knows how to evolve. And people were saying that. And there are people who may be die-hearted on your side, but they respect an MP or a councillor on the other side, because they see that MP or councillor works, and they work that both sides can benefit. You're an excellent leader when you can do that. So, why I don't know? Come like said for me, you not hear my post then, I don't know if somebody did send it to you directly. Because I don't know. The number of times I've made posts like this, just ensure that people feel good about their salaries. You yourself know that. Alright, let me ask you this, sir. Would you exchange your salary with me for at least a year? Do that. Give me your salary for just 1 year, I ask. 1 full year. Let me deal with some things. And then we can switch back. Give me 1 year of yours. It'd be nice if you could have done 2. But me not greedy. Me can't just give me 1 year and you take mine. Trust me, you must can survive. Even though you'd cry on mine, but you probably would still survive, I'm sure that you have your investments and all. So you must understand the point that I'm making. Sir, fix the people's salaries, not just those in management. When Nigel Clark was with the placard showing those in management, everybody across the board. Promote more people. 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 Stop putting misfits in positions. If they don't fit the bill, don't put them there. That's one of the reasons why some black people, they may not like Trump enough, but they respect him. Trump, you could have, whether you're black or what, if you can do his job better than the white man, he's hiring you. This is coming from people who have worked, in his companies. So I'm not looking at the skin color as much as they want to create that kind of thing around it, that narrative. Is who can do the job. So whether you're black, white, Indian or chief, fix the people's business, deal with it, sir. You said it, whether it's yesterday or today. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.